If you're watching this video, chances are you're interested in AI automation and you want to take these skills and apply them to different customers out there. A lot of people you see online are doing this. They're getting some pretty big retainers for customers, $2,000, $5,000, even into the 5 figures plus. I'm going to be giving you guys a full-on blueprint on how to land your first customer, your first step in that journey of building out a freelance either career or a side hustle. Now, I can't promise results. Listen, at the end of the day, it is up to you to take specific actions, but I promise you, if you follow this blueprint that I'm going to lay out in today's video, statistically, the chances of you landing a customer are much higher. And the first thing I would recommend to anyone that wants to land an AI automation customer is to at least learn the basics of the software. You can't jump into n8n 1 week ago and say, hey, I'm ready to start freelancing. First, you're going to have a failure of a project, and then it makes everyone else that tries to sign customers look really bad. So before you even land your first customer, spend at least 1 to 2 months learning how the software works. You should be very familiar on how to set up a webhook. You should know how to set up different types of HTTP requests. You should at least know the ins and out of an AI agent. You should be able to skim through different nodes and know like, hey, I need to use this node in a specific scenario. And while you are learning the basics, please build out 1 to 2 workflows a week based off of the different nodes and settings and different things like that that you are learning. The reason why is while you're learning, what you need to do is create a portfolio. Now, a portfolio is really important because when you talk to a customer, they're going to ask you, hey, do you have any past projects that you could share with me? And that is one of the biggest ways people get tripped up. They think, hey, I can go out there, I can sign this customer, but you have no work to prove that you're worthy for that customer. Why are they going to hire you if you don't have a portfolio? Now, the lucky thing about AI automation is there's a lot of projects that people are going to want to see in your portfolio. For example, a web scraping project. Web scraping is an extremely popular skill. Always people want to have, hey, what is on my competitor's website? How much are they charging? I want to grab data from these specific sites because it's going to help my home furnishing business. Can you get specific prices of these bathtubs, these faucets, or whatever other appliances for your bathroom? Can you scrape these on a daily basis? And if there's a price under this amount, could you alert me? Another project that is very common is working within a CRM. So that's going to be updating HubSpot or Salesforce. Another thing that's really popular right now is audio. Some people are focusing specifically on agents that will take calls or make calls for them. So start off with some of these type of projects because chances are someone's going to be wanting to have that. If you already have a basic blueprint, you could show them, hey, I already have this in my portfolio. I just need to change this up for your specific use case. Okay, so you have the portfolio, you have the skills in n8n. Now, where do you find customers? I made a video recently covering, I think, like 5 to 10 different places where you can find AI automation customers. But what I would recommend is you focus on 1 or 2 and you put all your effort there. Don't spread it apart and just focus in too many areas at once. Otherwise, you're not going to find results. If I was going to be honest with you guys, spend 80% of your effort on freelance websites. The reason why is someone's posting a job already to a freelance website. In their mind, they want to hire someone for that job. They're a pretty warm lead. They're invested in finding some sort of solution for their project. So I would put most of your effort on there, and we'll talk about what the effort requires. Probably my second favorite is going to be local meetups. I don't think there's a lot of people going to local meetups right now that know AI automation. And on top of it, a lot of local meetups are either focused on a specific domain, which you could be the expert in, let's say, for example, AI automation for real estate, or locally, there's going to be some sort of business meetup. You can develop an entity and start meeting these type of people. Some other ones, just to quickly rattle these off, you could have referrals, you could join other communities, whether on like a Reddit or a Facebook, or even partner with agencies. But I find these to be a little bit more tough to get. So focus really, in my opinion, on freelance sites. And then if you want to meet up people in person, local meetups. So this is the part where most people fail. They get through step 1, they learn n8n, they go to step 2, they build out a portfolio, they have a strategy, and they just don't commit to the strategy. Most people fail because they give up. Getting your first customer is like running a marathon. It's hard. And I know that because I've ran multiple marathons, including all the way up to 100 miles. This is a tough ask. Anyone says that you can land a customer in a few days, they're lying to you. So what you really need to do is stay focused. What you need to set up in your mind is I need to apply to X amount of jobs a week and you need to track your progress. You need to say, hey, I'm going to go to X meetups every single month, and I'm going to get so many people's business cards and follow up with them. Reach out to a number of agencies every single week. You need to put that down. You need to track it and make sure that you are going in the right direction. You can't just go on, let's for example, Upwork.com, apply to 3 jobs in a week and give up. A lot of people do that. It's like going to the gym in January. You see a bunch of people in there at the beginning of the year, end of the month, the gym is a ghost town. So you need to stay focused. You need to track your progress. And one of the best ways to do that is by finding an accountability partner. Now, luckily on the YouTube channel, we have a free school community of other people that are interested in AI automation. Our group does have some business owners, but there's other people in there that just started freelancing and have already been able to go through the interview rounds. So if you want to find an accountability partner, there's people in this group that need help as well. And this would be a great way to start networking. We also have a weekly call where we just work for 1 hour nonstop, no distractions at all. We'll meet up in the beginning. We'll talk about kind of what our goals are for the week as well as for this call. And then we just lock in, get a task done, and then we recap it at the very end. It's super important that you find someone that helps you stay accountable if you can't do it yourself. Again, I would recommend that you keep things in a spreadsheet of some sorts. I did that when I started freelancing, but having an accountability partner can really help because they're going to ask you at the end of the week, hey, did you get your reps in? And if you didn't, you're falling behind. All right, and to wrap up this video, if you did get your first customer, congratulations. One of the things that I think is super important is to keep going. Update your portfolio once that project is done, especially if the client approves. Ask for referrals and then keep grinding. You shouldn't stop after your first customer. You need to focus on now finding customer 2 and 3. And what you'll find is getting the first customer takes the most amount of time. But once you have that first customer, you have the social proof that you can do a good job. Customer 2 and 3 are pretty easy to find in comparison, especially if you're working on some sort of freelance site. A lot of people won't hire someone without any experience. After you get the second or third customer, you should continue to try to add on more customers until you start feeling a bit overwhelmed or that you don't have the time to deliver all of these projects. Then you're going to want to go into your next phase, which we're going to be talking about in another video. But a TLDR, just to recap everything. Number 1, you need to learn the basics of n8n. You need to know what a webhook is. You need to know how to use HTTP requests. You should be very familiar with an AI agent and skim through all the more popular nodes and have an understanding of what they do. You need to build out a portfolio while you are learning n8n. After that, focus on a strategy on how you're going to get those customers. Again, I recommend doing a freelance site and then some sort of local meetup. Commit to the strategy. Literally write down your results on a daily basis and track your progress. Along the lines of that, find an accountability partner so that way you guys can grow together. And then lastly, once you get that first customer, keep going. Don't quit after your first customer because customer 2 and 3 are going to be much easier to find. Hope you guys found this video valuable. If you did, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're going to be posting some more of these freelance videos alongside of n8n and AI videos and data videos. Also, we'd love to have you part of our free school community. It's going to be linked down below in the description. If you want to learn n8n, we also have 60+ videos on the channel. So no excuses there, and I'll catch you guys in another video.